All right, everybody, what's going on? Everybody out there in Shark Talk land. This is Bobby Hilton coming to you with season 2 with my two special guests, my co-host, if you will. What do we got?
Hey, this is the Kickin' Chicken. Hello, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
I'm Bobby Hunt. Hi.
Oh, let me get this out of here.
There we go. All right, we got Bobby. We got so much to talk about, guys. I mean, so much happened over the last week or so. I mean, it's craziness. Pool is just booming, guys. There's so much going on every single day.
There is an awful lot going on.
We're gonna go over a little bit. We're gonna go over the WIP event. We're gonna talk about the world teams. We're gonna talk about the ladies' world title. There's a new world title, world champion in ladies. We'll talk about the U.S. amateurs over at shooters. So we had a bunch of qualifiers for that. And then we'll talk about obviously all the tournaments that are coming up. But let's start out with the WIP, guys. I know you guys were here for part of that, and it was a great event here. It was 64 players. And I don't know if you guys ever seen 64 players.
That was tremendous.
Yeah, the participation was encouraging, and the amount of people that came to be supportive to watch. It was really great quality pool. It was quite a treat for me, and being able to commentate on some of it on Saturday. I wasn't able to be here for Sunday, but I did tune in as much as I could, and it was.
Well, don't forget
Yeah,
that was
high
not
quality.
streamed on the Shark Stream. It was streamed at WIP.
Through the
They had a
W.
lot of their own commentators.
Yeah, well, they did. They did.
And
Yeah.
went to that. But let's give you guys a little bit of this is basically what the tournament was. So we had 64 players, 2-day event, double elimination, singles, and 9-ball, race to 7 on the winner side, no handicap, race to 5 on the losers. And look at the payouts there, guys. What do you guys think about those payouts?
It was pretty good.
Hmm.
I'm happy for Ashley.
What she ended up with a total of 3,300.
3,300.
That's an incredible amount of money for a ladies tournament these days. So yeah, terrific, good for her. And it's I think it's an appropriate win because she is the hardest working lady in pool. I think at least that's what we see around this region. She puts in the table time. So congratulations, Ashley. That was a great win. And she went through undefeated, right? She did not have a loss.
She did. She went undefeated, and it was modified single. So if she got the 7 first, it was over, and she did get the 7 the first in the final. So they didn't even go race to 9.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll definitely talk about them in a quick minute. But I want to go over. Gloria did do a good job with this. I mean, she had. So not only was the payouts for 12 people, which is pretty good for 64 players, they also had Bulldog $50 gift certificates for 12th through or 13th through 16th. So this little group right here, Rachel Bellevue, Renee Lafferty, Lisa Frost, Shelly Schroeder, Sarah Archer, all got a $50 gift certificate from Bulldog. How about that?
That's really nice. Yeah.
Sarah Archer came in 13th to 16th.
She did.
Good for her.
She did.
Going Sarah. Yeah.
It was a heartbreaking loss. She was actually up pretty big, and I think it was can't remember the lady's name. She came back and beat. I think it was Jane M. Actually came back and beat her.
Oh, okay.
A Hill Thriller.
Yeah, Jane M ended up 9-11, right? 9th, 11th.
Yeah, and then you got Dawn Fox. So you know Dawn Fox, right? Player out of New York.
She plays really good.
She's a really good player.
I saw her get up on the table. 1 foot on the floor, but she got up on the table with one leg to do a jump shot, and her form was like super pro level. Really a seasoned player.
Bobby, your daughter came in.
My daughter came in the money.
Wow!
Well,
Congratulations.
You can call Becca. Good.
I didn't recognize her when I first saw her with her hair coming.
She got the dark hair.
Yeah, I see her color. I didn't know who she was.
That used to be such, we're obviously we're a little bit older. That used to be such a big deal. They even used to have, you remember the commercials? Only her hairdresser knows for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Now it's like every other day the girls have different color hair.
Colors, yeah.
Oh, that's good for her. That's great.
So she's a pretty girl, but yeah, she got a nice finich.
Good.
Yeah, she was very, very happy to be able to come back for day 2 in the cash, and she lost a close one to Rachel Lang. Actually, she lost a close one.
Another strong player.
Yeah, and then Wendy Snow, great job by her as well. Rachel Lang, Lindsay Bassinet coming up from Maine, I believe.
Yeah,
Jazz
she's a
White.
strong player. Yeah,
Yeah, she went very high in Calcutta, and I was really shocked that the top 5 and 6 were pretty much chalk. You know, all the favorites really, really rose to
They showed up, right? The
yeah.
cream rose to the top.
Yeah, there's usually one or two that gets sneaks in there, you know, but no, you could have picked these, I think, in the beginning, the top 5, right?
I want to say something about Tina, who came in third. I didn't realize it when I was watching her play, but she's the girl that won the Super Billiards Expo Women's Division this year.
Yes.
She was in the final with Ashley, and so I think her name. This must be her married name, Mom, because I may stand corrected, but I think her maiden name was Pawalski.
Maybe
Tina
anybody out there in the
Pawalski.
stream,
Yeah. And she used to be, and again, if I'm not mistaken, I'm 99% on this. She used to be hanging around quite a bit, interacting with us guys over on AZ Billiards, and there she went by the handle Girl11, which was WON and the number one, which we were all kidding around after Super Billiards Expo. She has to change it. Now she's won more than one, but she's a really good player. So
yeah,
she
she
came in
definitely is.
third. Like you said, the cream was rising.
It
And
really
Rachel
was.
to get second place was that was a great final. But she's
Yep.
what a nice showing. Yeah,
Rachel Walters in her interview was fantastic at the end. She was so excited. She's never played any big events before.
I watched your interview with her and it was great. It really
Yeah.
was. And by the way, I want to just say this too about Ashley's her capabilities and how she's come up in pool. She came in from Bridgeport and she kind of landed here at Yale Billiards. And I don't know, Bobby, what you're doing over here, if it's the water or what, but you have an affinity for turning out some really great players. They seem to come to Yale Billiards and they get real good in a hurry. And I know you yourself personally, you spent a fair amount of time with her, helping her with her fundamentals and
I did.
getting her started and
But
help.
that's all her. I appreciate that, but I don't want to
Yeah.
take anything. But I do think it's the atmosphere. I mean, just think we got you two real birds at the side. Anybody can ask you a question. And of course, Bobby's a little different now than he was back in the day. I mean, I wish I could go back to when Bobby was 25 and I want to go up to him and say, hey, Bobby, how do you hit this ball? And I want to see how he would have answered it.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
weren't getting the
you
answer.
probably weren't getting the right answer.
Would have been something a little different, right?
Well, we didn't give up that information easily.
It's funny.
What was the position of the old gangsters, Bob? Not
If
to,
they saw me telling Bobby how to hit the ball, they drag me aside and let me know right then I was wrong and don't do it again.
Yep.
never wise up
They never was
any
a
players.
sucker.
Yeah,
And everyone was considered a sucker until they could win.
Yep. But here I think it is a different atmosphere,
Oh,
and
yeah, with the internet now, things
yep,
like that. There's no secrets anymore.
yeah.
yeah, and I think that's a little something to it, guys. What you're just talking about, Yale Billiards. People have the shark stream, so they go back and watch their matches, and
Yeah.
they watch other people's matches as well, so they can really critique themselves and get a
Oh,
little better.
there's so much out there now.
Imagine if we had that when we were coming up. What an advantage, right? You can go back to the videotape and really
Yeah.
analyze what you're doing wrong
Yep.
and
Right.
and what you're doing right. Yeah,
Absolutely. Yep. For sure. For sure. But I'll give shout out again to everybody involved. I mean, Eric Tang did a great job.
Yeah, he
Ty
does.
Spreewell,
He does a nice job.
he does a nice job with it.
And so's Ty. Ty's a great guy.
I finally got to meet Ty Spree. I always tell him I love his name. It sounds like a rock star
I know, right? It does.
or an entertainer of some sort.
He is.
Ty
He's a really good
Speedwell.
guy too.
He is a good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and yes, but you all, and of course our staff did a great job handling everybody, and no
Yeah.
complaints. The food was good, the drinks were on time, and
Oh, yeah,
the ladies did great.
Oh,
So
it was great.
Fantastic
And
all the way around.
You filled the field. How often can you say that?
and the 64, I never even heard of it.
64,
I didn't, never even.
That was great.
Yeah, unbelievable. Yeah. And Crystal Atkins comment, I was honored to play in the event, and that's what I got a lot of posts. I heard people were really just like, it's great to be there. The ladies were fantastic, helping each other out.
It's so much different than watching men's tournaments.
Yeah.
I watch here and women hugging and everything. And I remember when I was playing tournaments, there wasn't a lot of hugging and being nice to each other. I mean, you had to worry more about the guy licking your tip when you're in the bathroom and when you're cued. And
Greasing you up.
yes, it was
That's
it's
perfect.
a different world.
Yeah, everybody's looking to be sportsmanlike and helpful. And
Yeah,
it is a nice atmosphere. Sure enough.
Yep. And while I got you guys out there for a quick second, let's share this stream, guys. There's a lot of stuff going on. in the world of pool that we're going to go over. There's not too many streams that go over stuff weekly with what's happening. You know what I mean? A lot of experience here in the booth, talking your way through it. So make sure you guys hit that share button. Show us that you guys appreciate what we're doing, because we appreciate you guys tuning in. Let's turn pages to the pros, guys. Let's
Okay.
check this event out. This was the Predator World's Women's 10-ball champion. So this is an actual world title holder, and the two Chinese ladies came and through the top. I think I might butcher the name. I hope not, but Chen Yu Cho won first place. I don't know if you're familiar with her at all.
Yeah, I am not.
Okay, and then you got, and don't forget the overseas really haven't been traveling with COVID for the last 3 years. So,
Sure. Yeah.
obviously these two have been playing. You got two Chen Wei came in second, 6-2, and then Jasmine Ocean, which is Alvin Ocean's wife.
No,
Sister.
sister. It's a sister.
Oh, sister. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
his sister.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm
And
sorry, sister. Good player.
I got to tell you something. Bobby and I were just talking about her before we came in the booth. It just came up. We were sitting at a table with a few people and chatting about Mosconi Cup and who was on Team Austria. I mentioned one of the funniest comments I ever heard ever was somebody said after watching Albin Ocean for his first time he played in the Mosconi Cup. They said watching Albin Ocean play made me question my sexuality. And I thought that was the funniest thing because he's like a very handsome guy, and it's just a very funny comment. If you know who Albin is visually, I think you'll appreciate the humor in that.
Yeah.
It wasn't mean spirited. It was very.
It was all fun, yeah,
It was
interest-
complimentary and
Very
with
nice.
great humor. So that was pretty funny.
Very pretty guy.
But so yeah, pretty
Absolutely.
guy, and
It is.
pretty good
Yeah.
pool player.
Great pool player.
He's a world champion at least once, I think maybe twice. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So how did this shake out for the Team USA? How did Team
So
USA?
this was a single, so we're gonna go to that 1 second. And
Oh,
Kelly
really?
Fisher ended up coming third. And anytime she's not in the top two is just a shocker. She's just so good. A lot of the men are afraid of her, I believe. She's that good. Kelly
Sure.
Fisher. It's just
Well, the two Chen ladies, they're from China. I guess they did their job, besting Kelly.
What did Kelly tie Jasmine for third?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, Jasmine came in third and Kelly came in fourth. Just give you guys a quick look here
Yeah.
on the internet. These were the actual results for the world title. Chen Chu Cho, and then Tu Chen Wei came in second. Jasmine Osen came in third, and Kelly Fisher came in fourth. And again, you guys can go on to Q Score and you can look at all those results if you want to go see what happened there. We've got a couple questions coming in from the audience, guys. And Cliff Tyler, I'm sure you guys may have answered this question, but Bobby, have you ever played Mizrak?
Yeah, we played once. I broke and or he broke and I ran 18, and then I made a mistake and he ran about 125 and out. But once he got to about 70 or 80, I was cheering for him because didn't want to get up front of the crowd and have to play again. So he put me out of my misery. Years later, when I started playing better, he used to bet on me sometimes, which was nice to have the greatest player at the time, I thought, in the country betting on you. But it was treacherous too, though.
He never bet on me, but saying that, he never came to Logan's Lounge in Shelton either. So
He came to New London when I was playing with a guy named Mike Seco one time, and
I
Mike
know.
Mike Siegel, you ever heard of him?
No, Sika.
Mike Seco.
Oh, okay.
He was a bookie yet and part-time school teacher, and I was sure how treacherous these people are. They come up from New Jersey. Steve Misrak comes over to me and said, I'm going to set this guy up. Now, this is his road partner. They rode up together. So he get Mike Sika to play me, and I won about 900. And I had to give Steve 450. But then they get back in the car to go back to New Jersey, and Steve told Mike that he put him in a trap. And I think these guys are all tougher than I am. I would never. I might put you in a trap, but I'm never going to admit to it. But these guys were treacherous.
He readily admitted to
Trying
it.
to teach him a lesson there or something, maybe. I don't know what that was.
Just be careful who your friends are.
Yeah.
And you can't, one thing to teach you can't bet on pool players unless you know them pretty well, because they're treacherous.
We keep betting on Lucas.
Well, you know, you know he's not going to dump you.
Yeah, he's honest, but
He's honest.
how things shake out, or it's a whole nother story. Yeah,
Yeah, he just doesn't make
yeah,
great games. But I don't think you're going to worry about him dumping.
yeah.
No,
It's-
definitely
I
not.
think too, when you're young and you're first starting to play pretty good, your ego is more important. He wants to be great.
Yep.
When you get older, you realize you need the money, and then that's when the treachery starts creeping in.
Right. He doesn't need the money yet, so hopefully
Not
he
yet.
keeps rolling. And we're gonna get into that. He's got a couple big events coming up, but let's look out.
Can I back up
Yeah,
just
go
one
right
step?
ahead.
I just
Yeah.
wanted to mention, because we went right to Kelly Fisher, and I didn't emphasize, there was a while there where Jasmine Ocean was winning everything she got entered into. She was a powerhouse over in Europe.
Was
So
she?
yeah, if you've ever seen Jasmine play, she's phenomenal. She's getting a little bit older now. She's probably down a half ball or so from her top speed, but yeah, she really she can bring it. And there's you mentioned about Kelly Fisher scared a lot of guys. So did Jasmine. So,
Yeah. Very
yeah.
nice. All right, so this is what we got here. This is for the team worlds, and obviously there was a lot of teams there. Team Philippines won. I don't know if you know these guys. You ever heard of them? Joanne Chua.
Oh yeah, Yuan Shua. Yeah,
Yes.
he's
Carlos
powerhouse.
Beato. Carlo Beato.
World
You ever heard
champion.
of him?
World champion.
Yeah,
He's
he's
a
a great
world. He's a
player.
world
Yeah.
9-ball champion.
Absolutely. And Ruben Limit.
Uh,
Ruben
yes,
Limit.
I don't know his game. I don't know him, but the name I've heard. So I've seen him in the standings, but I don't know much about him. But now I know he's a world champion now
yeah,
too.
congratulations to him. And they came in second to this team I thought was going to win it all.
Jason?
Yeah, you want to read the team for me?
Oh, is it Darren Appleton and
Yeah.
Jason Shaw and Kelly Fisher?
Yeah.
Yeah,
But Kelly's doing pretty good.
we knew going in that was going to be
Yeah, that would be a
good group.
great team.
Yeah.
Kelly's winning everything. She's doing
Yeah,
fantastic.
good.
So
And you got Jason and Darren. Can't get much better than that.
no, that's what I thought. But and then we're gonna scroll all the way down here for our team guys. And if you know these guys, Team USA, you want to read those guys off?
Oh, you got Tyler Steyer, you got Joey Tate, and I swear, guys, I try to stay up on things, but this guy has escaped me. I don't know who Joey Tate is. I know April Larson. She's been around for a while, and she's a great shooting young lady, a very pleasant girl, and congratulations, they finished pretty good. But Tyler Steyer was, if I'm not mistaken, I think he might have won MVP on the Moscone Cup.
I
If he
believe
didn't,
so.
if he
Yes.
didn't win the
He did.
MVP, he
Yep.
was a very important part on Team USA in his inaugural year. So good going. Now, where did they end up? What place did they end up?
They ended up coming in right here, tied with number 9.
Okay.
Number 9, Netherlands. So not at the end, but not obviously where
Yeah,
USA likes to finish.
middle of the pack, and I'm sure that they're not happy with that
No.
finish.
How many teams were there?
It looks like there were 17.
Yeah.
17. They came in 9th, right in the middle of the pack. And of course, our roving reporter Rob Lewis calls it the pre-Asian invasion because all the Asians are coming back that won the lady singles, of course.
Yeah.
And then Robert Lewis also says Carlos Beato is the U.S. Open this year's U.S. Open defending champion, and then we're going to talk about that in a little bit as well.
Yes.
And Ruben Enmet is a former women's 10-ball champ as well. So obviously, the team, anybody from the Philippines, I think, can play, right? Is that fair to say or no?
Every
Yeah.
one of them is a
No, I just want
monster.
yeah, and say again now. What was the accomplishment? You said Ruben.
Ruben
Is-
Enmet
do we
is
have
the
hold on?
former.
Do we have this wrong? Is Ruben a lady?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Ruben is a lady. Okay, because I've seen the name. I didn't.
No,
know
no,
the
no,
game.
no. That's
You.
yes, correct. Yes.
Because I thought you were saying that person won a women's.
Yeah, Ruben Enmet, it says that's what Tashin said. Ruben Enmet is a former women's U.S. 10-ball champion.
Okay. Now, I don't want to get caught up in this other trap that's going on these days, because I know it's probably another show that we'll do. We could touch on it, but wasn't there something going on recently about transgenders and people identifying with certain other groups that they could play in different? I think that came up where they're trying to sort out whether
I believe,
a
yeah, I'm sure
transgender person can play in like a women's tournament, that kind of thing.
I haven't heard anything about that too much.
Yeah.
I know this was 2-man, 1-women tournament.
Yeah, got it. Okay, so then Ruben is a lady. Okay.
Yeah,
'cause
Ruben Enmet is.
It's Ruben.
Yeah, Joanne and Chua
Not
and
Ruben.
Carlos Beato, the gentleman.
Ruben.
Oh, okay. He's
Rubelin.
Bobby's rereading it. It's Rubelin. Okay,
Rubelinamide, yeah.
got it. All right.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I'll make it my homework to get more familiar with Rubelin.
There you go. You know,
Yeah.
you're definitely a good player. And she was actually I think the translator as well. She was speaking a lot of
Okay.
with the reporters. I saw a little bit of that as well.
Yeah.
So of course you got all that stuff that's happening, and of course you got the amateurs that just happened over here at Shooters.
Oh yeah, the
At-
qualifier.
yeah, you're a qualifier. So I mean, I don't know if I can find it or not, but I know a lot of the players
I know
locally didn't
winner's one of
play.
my favorites. Yeah. Oh right.
You
Yeah.
know, Ryan Cullen, obviously, he won again. He wrote a great big post about him playing in it and stuff. It was really good to see. And, oh, this is an older one. I can't find it on the stream.
What's your thoughts about Ryan Cullen and his game?
Oh, I think he's a really good player. I mean, every time he plays, he's in the top couple.
He's
He
always
does everything pretty solid. He just doesn't seem to be winning at all. I'm like winning first, but he's always in the top couple.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, this qualifier, he is a winner. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, did he win the qualifier?
He won the
Oh,
qualifier.
good for him.
Yeah, I'm gonna find it. 1 second. No, I can't. It's not posted on the Shooters
Man,
website.
he's getting married pretty soon too.
He is. I'm actually marrying him.
Oh, you are?
Oh, you're gonna. Oh, that's right. You said you're the justice of the peace.
So if you
You're gonna
guys want to tie the knot or anytime, you know.
Thank you for
Bobby
that.
and
Yeah,
Chicken.
appreciate
I'm ready
that.
to help you guys out.
Yeah, I like Bobby. I don't think we're at that point yet.
Plus, I think I'm.
Actually, Bobby's married, isn't he?
Yeah.
No, Bobby's married. He's off the market.
Yeah, he's big.
Yeah.
Ryan told me today. Actually, I saw him today. He said that he's going to be getting married 4 weeks from now. So you already probably know that because he's on your calendar.
Yep.
If you're marrying him, so he's got 1 month to go.
Yep.
He asked me if I had any advice, and all I told him, I says, you know what, compromise. Compromise is a good thing. So for both sides to.
Yeah, I wasn't big on compromise.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got another update from one of our great spectators. Kelly Fisher injured her right hand the night she arrived at the event. She spent the entire event with her grip hand and ice water between shots.
Wow.
How about that?
Wow.
She still came in fourth.
How did she hurt her hand?
I don't know. It's a great question. Robert, do you know the answer to that? But that's all we got. Josh Steele from New York. I know he actually won the amateur as well. Do you know Josh Steele?
No.
No, I don't know.
He's a good player out of New York.
So
Six-
him and Ryan both won qualifying
Yeah.
spots. Well,
that was it
good
that I
for
really
them.
know. I mean, I saw the list. I can't find it. I'm on the Snookers page.
Yeah.
And just so you guys know, if you want to go on the Snookers page, I don't see it, but this is what you see on the
Snookers or
page.
shooters?
Shooters, I'm sorry, shooters.
Shooters.
Thank you, shooters.
Yep.
Got Joanne. Joanne did a little
Hey,
thing that
Joanne.
you guys did too, right? Did she do a little thing there?
What'd you do?
Like a talk thing that you guys did, like your show?
Oh, yeah, she did one. The storytellers. Yes.
Storytellers.
Oh,
Yes,
oh,
yes,
right.
yes.
Yeah, they did. They had the guy that did the video.
Oh, look at that. How about that? And there you go. That's a great storyteller. If you guys want to go check out these guys, you can go look at that Shooters Billiard page and check them out. And also on YouTube, right?
YouTube.
Yeah, we've had people that actually wanted us to do more of those. Yeah, so who knows? We'll see what happens going forward. Would
very
be
cool.
a pleasure.
Very cool.
I'm big on preserving pool history. There's an awful lot of it, and pool looks a lot different than it did back in the old days when Bobby was coming up, and even myself. And so it's nice to document some of that important part of our game's history. Even regionally, it's very interesting.
Absolutely. So he said she banged it against a stairwell, I guess.
Oh,
Kelly
okay.
Fisher did.
Oh God.
But you know what that reminds me of? You remember, Bobby? There was and you may be aware also, Bob. They had a big event over at Jason's room, US1 Billiards. I'm going to guess it
Kevin
was
West.
a year ago. Yeah.
Kevin.
Kevin West, great guy, great pool player. He made it to the finals, and he's going to play Jason for the championship. And he ended up slipping on the stairway at his hotel. And I mean, he really hurt it bad. I think he told me that the muscle came away from the bone on his ankle.
Happened in the pool room at the hotel.
Was it in the pool room?
Yeah,
Okay, all right.
That one step up they have right for the registry.
And this guy, the trooper that he is, he played, and he was limping worse than Bobby, if you can imagine. and he ended up he gave a really good account of himself. I think he ended up, what was that, like a race to 13? It might have ended 13-11, 13-10
That's pretty good against Jake.
against Jason Shaw. That's really good.
Yeah, that was a little recently, right?
That was, no, it was about what, 10 months ago, a
Yeah,
year.
10 months ago. Yeah, that's
it's this year he did.
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
So anyway, so Kelly Fisher, I guess she's a trooper too. She could play through pain.
Yep.
So
All
good,
right, cool.
good for her.
So that's what we got for what's happened in the week. Now we're going to go through what's going on in the week, guys. And I want to get you guys' opinion on some of these events as well. Let me know what you guys played in and what you haven't. But first of all, I want to give a shout out to my good buddy. I'm sure you guys both know Upstate Al, right?
Love Upstate Al. Yeah.
All right, so check this out, guys. So he is sponsoring a tournament, or I don't know what's the word to be correct. He's streaming a pool tournament.
He's
In Michigan?
streaming in Michigan. Yeah.
Well, he gets around.
I told you should have negotiated a by the mile contract. The guy does get around. Yeah.
Well, listen, guys out there, if you want pool, if you enjoy pool, don't not donate. You can donate to him also, but get this stream. This is $19.95 for the event, chicken. One weekend of great pool.
That's
And
pretty cheap.
there's some big names going to be there. I know. So
That's pretty cheap for
go for it. Yeah.
Anyway, is that this weekend?
Yeah, if you don't do it now,
Friday
it's
the
going to go
16th.
$29 for the 3-day
Oh.
event. So
So they got an early bird special.
early bird special.
Do it. Yeah. Save that 10. Save that 10 spot. Put the 10 in action. Put it in action on the stream. Yeah, anything that Upstate Al's involved with is worth watching, and it's worth if you can donate, make a little donation, but certainly pay the entry and
Is Al,
support pool.
is Al doing this on his own or with somebody?
He is the stream on his own, but I don't think he's involved in the actual tournament. So they're doing adding $10,000 to the Fall Classic. As you can see here, it's a 125 entry fee, 128 players played on 16 7-foot diamond bar tables.
I got a bar
Bar
block
table,
special.
yeah.
Yeah.
Race to 9, rack your own, alternate break, no 3-foul rule. But that's
Okay. Yeah.
a little different here. And then scheduling starts on Friday the 16th, 9 a.m., noon registration, entry fee. And from what I understand, there's going to be a lot of pros there. I don't know. I
would
can't get the
imagine.
player list. I can't get the bracket
Oh,
list.
we'll pull
but
up. Well, there's
yeah,
the
it's not
brackets.
coming up yet. But I know the players are, from what he mentioned, there's going to be a lot of big names playing.
Yeah, that's why I've heard that it's drawing some big guys.
Because the Michigan Open is next week.
Yeah.
So, or 2 weeks, I'm sorry.
U.S. Open.
The U.S. Open, the Michigan
Yes.
Open's before that.
I'm sorry,
Yeah,
Michigan Open.
Yeah, this is the Michigan Fall Classic, and then the
Yeah.
Michigan Open is right after that. So I think this is like the warm up here for that.
So it's a warm up over there, but there's another warm up coming up, isn't there?
Yeah, there's another warm up coming up at Sandcastle, actually, to
Ed
the U.S.
Ladawi.
Open.
Our good friend Ed Ladawi. Hey, Ed.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. You know Ed Ladawi?
I know Ed. Yeah. He's a good man. He's super dedicated. All pool all the time, 24/7, 365. He's got a great room in Edison, New Jersey.
See, Cliff White's watching us. So I want to say hi to Cliff
What do you say? Green light, Cliff White.
and Cliff Tyler.
Hey, Cliff Tyler. Nice to see you too, sir.
Yeah, I'm trying to look up the information on Sand Castle Billiards event.
There's a
Find it there. And there it is, right there.
Well,
So-
one, that's Castle. That's up a little north.
Oh yeah, Sandcastle.
Sandcastle.
There we go. That's probably
Yeah.
right.
Castle Billiards, another nice room. They used to have Scott Simonetti was their house pro up there, and they used to do a lot of nice tournaments.
see Cliff Tyler. They're having a tournament at Rax this weekend. The women's.
Oh yeah, ladies.
Yeah,
The Cooper Cup.
They call
Oh,
it
they
Palmer
changed
Bird.
it now, right?
Palmer Bird Cup,
Palmer
yeah.
Bird.
It's a Paul Bird Cup. Yeah, we're going to talk about that a little bit as well. Actually, yeah, let's talk about that right now. That's going to be. I heard you guys might be going up there to do a little commentating. Is that accurate?
I am.
Some of us weren't invited. I don't know what happened there.
Cliff,
No,
a-
I think Cliff
Cliff
has got
asked
that
me
covered.
if I would do a shift with him. So I guess I'm doing the first at noon on Saturday.
Nice.
First, yeah, it should be. It's all on the small tables, which surprised me.
Yeah, that's nice.
Well, that's what they have there, right? It's
Well, they have a
was it
couple
bar
big
boxes?
tables.
Okay.
They have 2 big tables, but they're doing on the bar tables.
Mhm.
So That's this.
That's at Rax.
Yes,
Rax
I
and
think
Vernon.
In Vernon.
it's
Yeah.
going to last 2 weekends, Saturday, Sunday, both weekends. Joanne Corbett's playing this weekend.
Yeah.
She told me she would be there.
Yeah, a lot of those players that played in the event this weekend are going to be there.
I would
Sarah
imagine.
Archer's going to be there,
Yeah, I thought
so
so
it's going
too.
to be
That's good.
fantastic.
That's nice. And Palmer Bird was, I don't know if people even know her. She was a top woman player back
Yeah.
in the 70s. She really could play. Had a nice Balabushka. I would have liked to grab that.
Okay, all right. Well, let's go to the Sandcastle Billiards. That's going to be coming up.
Yeah.
Well, first, actually, let's go in order here. So, of course, we got the Paula Bird Cup coming up this weekend, which is going to be fantastic, and it's going to be streamed. I don't know where it's going to be streamed. Do you know it's going to be streamed at Rax, or
I'm
is there a
sorry.
stream
Who's
name
doing
that
the-
you
who's
know
doing
of?
I
the
don't know.
stream?
I don't know how they do it. Maybe I don't know how they do it.
Okay. So
Oh,
we
it
got,
might be. Oh, it might be Mike. It might be Mike DeMarco. Maybe he's been up there streaming
he
before.
might be. I didn't see anything from it, so they have their own stream now. So I just don't know.
Oh, in the house.
Yeah, they have
Okay.
their own stream that they're trying to get rolling. So
At Rax?
yes.
Okay.
Yep. I don't know too much about it, but I know they do have it. And of course, we just talked about the Michigan tournament coming up, and then we have a Joss event here the following
Back here,
weekend.
yeah.
And
That's
you
That's big. Yeah.
you
Mike
guys gonna be
Sudler
here
coming back.
commentating for that, right?
Absolutely. Yeah, that'll be big fun. Always draws a good group of guys.
Yeah, it does. You get a lot of New Yorkers. Hopefully, get some Massachusetts
Yeah.
guys. I really want those Rhode Island guys to show up. The Ryan
Well, they should.
Lyons
It's only
and
an
those
hour
guys are
ride.
so good.
That's a nice Calcutta they have for that event as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's good.
If I'm not mistaken, was it the Joss event where Lucas bid himself up into oblivion? And he had to
no,
win it in order to just about make
that was the
$100.
Sharkstream Invitational.
Oh, that's what it was, the Invitational. Oh my God.
Yeah.
He just kept going and
That's
going and
because
going.
Phil was raised.
Phil was raising.
Yeah,
Listen,
that was online.
I fell off about halfway. I was like, oh my God, these guys won't stop. And it kept going and going. And it was those two guys. And it just became like, it was pretty comical. But what kind of pressure that Lucas put on himself.
He did, and he came through in that one. He beat 16 killers.
And he didn't have to come through, but he did. I mean, he did have to, but
Yeah,
he managed it. Yes.
So yeah, Cliff Tyler said, yeah, Rax is doing their own stream. Then after the Joss Open, we got this event right here. This is what we were talking about a little bit at Ladawi's room, and you can check this out. This is a great event. I was there last year.
Yeah, that's a nice room, and like yourself, he keeps his equipment top notch. Everything's always in perfect playing order.
Is that where Earl's playing out of?
I don't know where Earl's playing. He was down more toward Philadelphia.
No,
but
that was a while ago.
yeah, I don't know.
I think he's out of Sandcastle now.
He did play in this event last time, so I mean, I'm sure it's close.
Okay, maybe.
I think that's where he is.
But this is 64 players, and they're supposed to be getting some really good players as well. I know Lucas was thinking
gotcha.
about playing. You can get a hotel, actually, get a discount for a hotel. There's his room right there. And as you see,
Sandcastle, yeah.
yeah, he has a stream also where you can watch
Yeah.
every single game and every table.
Hey, Pat used to be pretty active with. He had what they call it, the Simonis Arena within Sandcastle. They have it set up in the back of the room, and they used to get some good events. And he used to have some hilarious. I want to say it was Tuesday evening. Pat, I'm talking about Pat Fleming. The AccuStats, of course, it was the AccuStats Arena, and they would have. He would be purposely sharking players and watching them play blind ball. Do you remember any of that? Oh my God, he was out there. He was out there pushing things in front of them, like Bobby would like to do, like knock a chair over while they're on their backstroke.
Wow.
It was hilarious. It was a lot of fun. But he was giving money away. He was making some fun for the guys.
Right. Yeah. No, that's good stuff.
Yeah. And by the way, just a word of condolence also to Pat Fleming. Unfortunately, he lost his brother. I think it was within this last month, right?
It was.
Yeah.
It was. He actually, when I was there, when I was commentating, he actually won his match right next to where the stream was, and we actually got to be able to see the last couple shots. And he was really excited for the win. You know what I mean? He was just,
Yeah.
you could tell he was thinking about his brother, and it was very emotional for him. I saw
His
that.
brother was very nice.
You've had a long history with Pat, right?
Pat, I started playing him in 72 or 73. Played a long time over the years.
He was a really good player.
Real good tournament player.
Yeah, I mean, he was involved in a lot of stuff. Obviously, he started, he got going with
AccuStats.
AccuStats, but he always kept his game pretty, he's a pretty good
And
player for sure.
Todd Nevins has called it AccuStats Arena. He said it was hysterical.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
would move
you
the
saw.
balls. He said that would move the balls.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah. He'd come out there and rearrange stuff for you. Yeah, you can, depending on if he didn't think one player had a good enough advantage, he would make an advantage for him in the middle of the game. And anybody that listened to his brother's name was Pete, right? Pete Fleming, who passed away. Anybody know Dennis Farina, the actor? He used to be on Law and Order and quite a few other shows. He was a really handsome guy. And if you listen to his voice, and if you ever listen to Pete commentate, Pete Fleming sounded to me exactly like Dennis Farina. Just another one of my fun
Interesting
facts from
tidbit,
Kicking
yeah.
I'm more
Chicken.
concerned with why you keep talking about how nice looking these guys are. It's like the third person.
You know, my counselor and I have been going over this, and we
Yeah.
really haven't got to the bottom of it. But I'll
No.
keep you posted. And
I'm certain you will.
you know, it started around the same time as these red glasses came in the mail.
Actually, no one commented on your red glasses.
I didn't hear
today. I
anything
don't know what's
tonight.
going on.
Maybe they're getting used to it. Just yeah, they're cutting me a little bit of a break.
It could be, could be.
Fabulous
That was
glasses.
a really good straight pool player, Pat Fleming. He came in third one year, if I recall, in a world championship.
Yeah, I've seen him play in some of these. I've seen him play in some of these. Even Turning Stone, he's making his way through the brackets pretty good. Yeah, he's a good player, and he invented something that was good for straight pool and especially one pocket. He was an innovative guy. It was something that slid, and they're still talking about it recently, where you could still order them from AccuStats. It slides up. It's a weight you could slide up on your shaft. So when you're working around the stack, like in one pocket, and you need a little extra weight with your hands in the air, you slide that little device up there, and it gives you a little better balance.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to try that.
It's okay. Some people do, and they swear by it. They like it. You're not a gadget guy.
No, not.
No, he's not.
No.
Just
All right.
take a stick out and play. Yeah.
Like you said, Bobby used to play. They didn't even have bridges and climb on the
We
table.
had bridges, but nobody used them.
Yeah.
It's just seen people like Boston Shorty. They get up on all hands and knees and crawl across the table, and nobody would look at it twice because
Yeah,
we all climbed on the
Just
table back
normal looking.
then.
Yeah.
It was,
that's something else. I mean, it nowadays, when he puts a drink on the table or
Oh,
even it gets two legs off the floor, half the room is like, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Oh yeah, no doubt. Well, they had a tournament recently down at Buffalo's down in New Orleans, and they
Every year they do that.
and they allowed them to get up
Every year.
and I noticed that the internet was lighting up with these pictures with the guys all climbed up all fours on the
Something
table
else.
making the shots.
Very intriguing. Very
It
intriguing.
is. It is.
All right, moving on, we got a big event right here, guys. What do you guys think about this one? This is going to be the Mega Billiards October 17th and 18th. This is going to be right after the U.S. Open in 19th. Shane Van Boening versus Jason Shaw.
Yeah, my first thought is not enough money.
where are they playing this?
What's that? 150,000? How much money is that?
Where's
It just got shrunk.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it a little bigger. I can't. Sorry, technical error. I gotta
See a
find
big bird there. Oh,
it.
that was the
You
eagle
handsome
eye.
guys while I look around.
Yeah, that was the eagle eye.
I'm not sure exactly what they're playing for. I'm sure it's pretty good money. But I know I talked to Jason about it. We actually talked about it here on the stream. The 9 wall is going to be on the spot, so I think that's going to help.
Slow it down a little.
Yeah, take the break out of Shane.
Here we go.
So it's 20,000 in the middle.
Oh, 20.
they're playing 9 ball and they're putting 9 on the spot?
Yes, 9 on the
I'm
spot.
surprised Shane would go for something like that.
hmm
Yeah, because his break is.
He is still one of the best players in the
Oh, I
world.
know.
And obviously, the
question.
break.
But giving up that break is a big thing, I think, for him. I mean, nobody breaks better than he does. Now you're giving away part of your advantage.
Yeah.
He's still great. It's just, nah.
Well, what happened is the last 2 times they played, Bobby, Shane won both of them.
Yeah.
So I think
So he's giving in a little bit.
I remember one of these where Shane was beating the devil out of Jason. It was like a runaway.
Yep.
And all of a sudden, Jason came back. He came back, and I think he even took the lead. I don't think he ended up winning it, but it was an insurmountable, we thought,
Yeah.
lead that Shane had, and Jason ended up making it all back up.
Well, it certainly will be an exciting match to watch.
But you're right, Bob. I understand what you're saying, and I agree 100%. Your biggest advantage if you're Shane Van Boning is your break,
Yeah, I
and
would.
now you're altering it by putting it on the spot. So
Yeah, I think he has the best 10-ball break in pool.
no
I
doubt.
think in 9-ball there's a lot of really good ones, but
Yeah.
now you're gonna, you're
Yeah.
giving away a little edge there.
Yep.
But
So it's going to
We'll
be
see how
interesting.
it
It's going
plays
to.
out.
I'm sure that's going to be on pay-per-view as well. So make sure you guys
Yeah.
check that out. And of course, let's wish Jason Shaw a very happy birthday today, guys.
Oh yes,
How old is he?
He's
Happy
34, I
birthday.
believe.
34 years old.
34 years old. Now, that's a great question because as far as a pool player, how old is 34 for a pool player?
I think
Sweet spot.
Let's
yeah,
throw that out
I
there.
think in your 30s you're at your best.
Tell us in the chat what you think. We think that that's probably as good as it gets for your pool game.
I
Mid
think
30s.
you're through your 30s.
Yeah.
I think somewhere. I mean, in your 40s too.
Yeah.
I think
mean,
in your 50s.
you're still learning, right? Well, we're still learning now.
Learning, but I think in your 50s you start losing something.
Yeah.
Except maybe Earl. I mean, he seems to still be intense at 61. But
You lost something as you got older.
I know I started losing interest in my 50s.
Yeah.
I realized it was just a game. Before that, I thought it was the biggest thing in my life. And then somewhere you start changing.
When did you get married?
Which time?
The last time.
I don't remember. 15 years ago.
15 years ago. Okay. So you're right around 50 something.
Well, I was already
So maybe
but
that's
I was already on the downside by then. But I mean, I played my best, in my 30s.
Yep. And they're talking about the Jason and Arcola match was unbelievable. Yeah. Then something happened to Arya.
Yeah, she got hurt.
Yeah, so unfortunate about that. But yeah, I'm excited to see this match. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I mean, there's so much pool, like we just talked about. I mean, you got a local Josh tournament, which who knows? Jason may show up for that. He's right down the street.
Oh yeah.
You never know, right?
Yeah, I'm surprised
Yeah.
he doesn't.
I'm surprised he does. If he
I
doesn't,
want him in the Calcutta if he comes over.
actually.
I think
Blind bid
I'll
2000.
spring. Yeah, right. He will be the blind bid guy.
Yeah. And then, of course, like I said, we got the Michigan going this week. Sandcastle Billiards right before the U.S. Open, and the U.S. Open, is the event to win, right?
If I could win one, I would have liked to win U.S. Open.
Yeah.
I thought
A lot of prestige.
I thought so, and it was Americans. And I thought back when we dominated in the whole world, But I think that's the best one. Mhm.
Yeah, I think I would have to agree.
And I think without Barry Berman involved, at least you're going to get paid.
Integrity is back.
Yeah,
Sure.
it wasn't much there for a while.
Pat will make sure everything's run well.
Yeah,
And
but they don't call that the U.S. Open when Pat runs. That's the International Open.
international is
Yeah,
what they're referring to.
it's a different name.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but they changed the rights to it. Yeah. So meanwhile, you're going to be down in Atlantic City, aren't you?
Yes, the Shark Dream
You're
actually
bringing
going on the
the
road.
action to
Believe it or not, this is almost a year anniversary. This was back when Timmy was working with me, but Timmy and I went to the U.S. Open, and we actually got. Obviously, I was working on getting the ukiyo here at that time.
I
Do you
remember
that?
that. I do. I remember he played prominently. He ended up in the semis, right? Did he end up
He
third or
did.
fourth?
He did. He almost won. He was third, fourth,
Yeah.
and we were rooting for him hard. And it was just a great event. And we got some. That was when we got some. Hey, watch us on the Shark Stream. You know what
Yes,
I mean?
yeah.
Sky Woodward and stuff.
Oh yeah, you got all those guys videoed on.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that was
we
perfect.
really love the U.S. Open. I'm really excited for it. I'm going to watch it, and I'm going down there with our other roving reporter, Bob Lewis. So we're going together, and he's always here in the front row. And hopefully, we'll bring you guys back some good video and some
Oh,
good
man.
tidbits.
Hope so.
Some inside information for a gambling match or something.
You even got what do they call him? Kazaka Boo Boo. It was hilarious to me. Alex Kazakis. They call him Kazaka Boo Boo for some reason.
Oh,
Oh
really?
yeah, that's his pool name.
Oh.
All the Greek people are fanatical. They I know anytime he was going to come play at Steinway, it was always like mayhem over there because it's a Greek owned establishment and all the Greeks come there and hang out and
Right.
the old guys sit there and play whatever. I'm not sure what their little tile game is or whatever that they're playing over on the side. but when Alex would come in, it was always a big deal. And who was the other player that they had? Big Greek player before Alex. Why is it escaping me? My poor addled mind. I can't come up with it. But yeah, these guys used to get a lot of attention. I see what's coming up on here. You're talking about Shane now with Jericho.
Yeah, we're going
Benares.
to talk about this a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this, guys. So obviously Shane bowed out of the Turning Stone because he had a date with these guys in the Philippines. He won his first match,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, but he didn't have to be there till Friday. He quit the tournament up here on Saturday.
Yeah, the week before.
Yeah, he that's a
What do you
poor.
wanted to go get a
That's a
stroke or something?
he's always a stroke.
Maybe we'll get Zuglin in here and find out what really
Yeah,
happened.
Mike
He's
can't
going to
be-
be here in a couple weeks.
I can't be happy about that.
Nick Galopoulos, that's the guy's name you're talking about. The Todd said.
Economopoulos.
Yeah, Economopoulos.
Yes, that's who. Thank you.
And
Who came up with that for us?
Todd Nevens.
All right.
Nevens.
Thank you very much, Todd. Yes, exactly.
And he's saying, what do you think about the Shark event? Philippines, Bustamante beat Lee Van today, and Shane Ramone beat Benares the other day. It's an awesome one-on-one format. Nice stream. I actually didn't watch it. Did you guys watch it?
I was just going to say, Bob watched more of it. I watched some of this Jericho Benares versus Shane. I know Shane ended up winning by 11. You watched more though
they
of this event.
this past month, I don't know how long the Sharks has been around. Every night by now, 10, 11 o'clock, they start showing live matches from the Philippines, amateur and professional.
Yeah.
And usually around 8 in the morning, then they'll play the feature match. In this case, Van Boning. And then I watched, oh heck, I just forgot. I just watched it this morning. But every day they have good pool.
They really do.
Yeah, the only negative, if there is a negative, I mean, it's free, so you can't complain too much. After every rack, there's a 2 or 3 minute wait. And there's a clock counting it down because that's the time when supposedly they'll do, their sponsors and stuff. But so it's hard to see any flow. But you're seeing great players every morning, and I've been make myself get up at the crack of 10 to watch it.
It really is. It's a great stream.
It is. It looks great.
They got the best matches so far.
And it looks
They're
like
doing hands down a great
the
job.
next few weeks, it's one after another too.
I hope all you
know.
pool players out there caught that with Bobby at the crack of 10. That's a pool player talking. They never get up at 8. Dawn, what's dawn?
Well, why-
Dawn, they're getting home at dawn.
You call me at 9.
I don't call you usually at 9.
Yeah.
By the way, you've got a big shout out to our friend, your longtime friend, Bob Ohashi. He just came back here for a couple of weeks. He spent almost a year here, and now he just came back from Portland, Oregon.
He likes the pool action around here.
Yeah, he likes
So anybody wants some action at Billiards, come on down.
If you see some action.
I think I was here yesterday too, but
Yeah, he's been poking around. Yeah, he's back. He's looking for fair games, and he's always willing to
Bet.
accommodate. Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't talk too much during the match, right? He likes it nice and quiet.
yeah.
He's old school, quiet. Just take care of business.
Jack Taransky, he did lose his first match to Jeremy, and then he forfeited after that. So he asked about the Shane. And then Robert Lewis says he plans on visiting Sharks in November. Where is Sharks, Bob Lewis? Where is Sharks going to find out? And Todd Namath says the Dawn for pool player means a woman's name. I like that one.
Yeah, Dawn Fox. Dawn. Who else? We got another one. Dawn Hopkins.
Oh,
right?
yes, of course. Don Hopkins, a great Don Hopkins.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
those are the 2 quick ones I can come up with.
So that's a big one. And I think is in Shane's playing Arcolo next.
Yeah, they have. It's a series, so he's got
Not
3
next,
players.
yeah.
He's playing.
I know Cola next week. I forgot.
Who's he playing this week?
I forgot who he's playing this weekend.
It might be Beata. Is it Beata?
I don't remember.
No, maybe
But
not.
next week is the one with.
I don't think Beto would travel back when he's got to go.
Oh, that's right,
Maybe,
yeah.
maybe.
Well, they've, like Bob said, they've got one champion after another. I know Cheng Jung Lin is one of the guys that's in the mix.
Yeah,
He's playing, like you said, Lee Van Corteza.
it's just
He's
one after
been
every
playing,
every
and
day.
Bustamante is one of the players that they just got this rotating group that come, rotating in and out. It's really
It's like the Shark
really
Stream
nice.
on steroids.
Like the Shark. No, not even on steroids.
Right?
It's like the Shark Stream. It's just like the Shark Stream in a different geographic location.
Yeah, right. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. So Robert Lewis says it's in Queen City near Manila.
Queen City near Manila. Very good. So near the capital.
Yeah.
I'd like to go down there one day before it's all over, but um, it's a
I'm
big,
sure they would love your
it's a big,
commentating. They
it's a
would love
big.
your both you guys. If
I
you
don't
guys ever get down there, make sure you tell them what you do. I got samples. We can send them. You know, you guys do a great job here in
send
the
a
movie.
sample kit. Well, you know what? They speak
Yeah.
a little different language. It's something called Tagalog. I think that's what the name of their language is, Tagalog.
Okay.
And it's interesting. And I don't know that. I don't know that one yet. So
No. We can be the
take
American version.
take a little. Yeah, we'll do the
About
American version.
about 20 years ago, Santos,
Santos Sambajam.
Oh
buddy,
man, yeah, that guy. Remember that guy?
yeah, I played him a few times. But he and Portuguese George were planning to go to the Philippines, and said they stopped in New London, asked me, and invited me to go, which was very flattering. If I was 10 years younger, I might have gone. But what I remembered mostly, what Santos told me was, if we choose to go over there, he said, what they do all day, they go to cockfights and then they play pool. But he said if they like to go to karaoke, and he said if someone does a karaoke and sings a song, and now it's your turn, if you follow with the same song, it's a killing offense.
Oh, killing
He said,
it.
yeah, he said, if it's like you're trying to show up somebody,
Wow.
you might get stabbed. And the other thing I
Lovely.
remembered from Santos, he said, and if we're walking around and if someone has a dog and it gets loose, if you can't find it quickly, somebody ate it.
Wow.
Those are my two big memories of Santos cautioned me about going to the
Beautiful.
Philippines.
Don't bring your dog.
Yeah.
Let him loose.
Lovely memories.
All right, couple things here from the audience. It's pronounced Kozon, Kazoon,
Kazan?
Kazan,
I think so.
Kazoon. I'm terrible. Sorry about that.
Quezon City. Yeah.
Yeah. And Cliff says they play Banks and Philippines chicken.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah. I've seen them do that 15 ball rotation and banks as well on that.
Yeah.
So
And somebody just
not
said
my
that
league.
somebody's playing. There's playing right now is Lining versus Appleton is coming up.
Oh, okay. Mining in Appleton. Right. Sure.
They have a bunch of, they haven't put the dates out for, but it's one monster after another.
I mean these guys, all these Filipinos.
Yeah.
The
they're
place
all
is the
monsters.
place is not that big. I mean, there's a lot of islands. I forget how many. It's like thousands.
7,200 islands.
Yeah, 7,200 islands.
Being a
But
road player,
you gotta get to
they'd
everywhere.
have a pretty
Well,
good
some of
boat.
the islands are so small. There's not much going on there. So
Then they're saying Tagalong.
Tagalog.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Tagalog.
that's their language. Yes.
Yeah, Tagalog. And then Rodolfo
Lua.
Lewitt was great too. You know who that was?
Rodolfo Lua. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure.
Rob
I
Lewis.
played him once.
You played him?
I played a partner game. Kinky and I played Luat and Spanish Michael Brown. And the only mistake we
Spanish
made, we let LeBron coach Luat. We should have just made Luat try to figure it out because he had no idea what he was doing. And it got to the point where Michael Brown, neither one of them had great English, would just point at a ball. Didn't matter where it was. Luat shot it in the pocket. I mean, he didn't know how to play one pocket, but he didn't know how to miss. Kinky and I lost 500, and it was best 500. We had a ball
Yeah.
but the mistake was let them coach each other.
Another great player from the PI that you see in tournaments a lot, the Warrior they call him. That's Warren Kiamko. He's one of my favorites.
He actually
He's a
beat
great
Lucas
player.
in last time we were
New
in
Jersey.
New Jersey, yeah.
I saw
Yeah.
that. I saw that on the stream, and he's tough to beat.
He's a great player.
The guy, yeah, he's tough.
Very good. So he says pronounced Tugalog.
Tugalog?
Tugalog?
Tugalog. Okay.
Tugalog. All right, and then Rob Lewis is the biggest city in the Philippines where the Sharks is, I guess. Is that where it is?
I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not sure where it is. Yeah.
But they're doing great things. I think that's the only stream I've noticed out there that's really picking up steam, like really.
Yeah.
And yeah, they're doing it. They did have one for a couple of years out of Star Billiards.
I was just gonna say that
But they
Star
didn't have any
Billiards, yeah.
sound, but they had pool. And sometimes you'd see good players. Usually they were not the top, not like Sharks is showing.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, they're getting all top-notch players.
yeah, it seems like everybody wants to be there. I guess
Yeah.
it's just they're getting monsters,
Yeah.
and we
Absolutely.
haven't even seen many Chinese stop by.
Well, don't forget, Bobby. It's a little bit about pool players haven't changed over the years. They want one thing really, really bad. That's money.
Oh yeah,
If you pay them the money, I'm sure Sharks is
Oh, yeah.
giving them.
Oh, yeah.
You get the money out there. You know,
Uh-huh.
you're gonna get the players, which is great. And I think the players should get played.
Oh, I
You
think
know, and that's what I like
the
about it.
pool players are all whores. They'll go to wherever the money is.
Yeah, I wish I had a beat button there, but all right.
Well,
it's not exclusive to pool, by the way.
no, but pool is the only thing I know, so I can count
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah, well,
Cool.
and Sharks, where they're airing these streams from, looks like a really nice place.
It
I mean,
looks
it's a
like a-
beautiful looking place, but it doesn't
looks
look
nice.
big, right? We don't get to see too
No,
much of it.
No, it doesn't look big, and doesn't look like they have a lot of camera angles either, right?
Maybe they've only got a couple of tables, you know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and all I ever see is that one room.
Yeah,
Yeah,
with the
one room
camera.
with the one camera angle. I
Yeah.
haven't seen it like even
So-
maybe two, right?
Yeah, there's not. Yeah, there's
they
not.
might
another
they
thing.
might be doing something really great out of a small area.
Yeah.
And that also is reminiscent of another great Filipino supporter of pool, which was Roy's Basement. I haven't heard a whole lot from Roy.
It's because he didn't have any players there now.
Yeah, Roy's Basement is quiet.
Yeah, it has been pretty quiet, right?
Yeah,
But don't forget, guys, right now is the busiest time for pool. It's really hard to get the players here because we just went through 4 or
Yeah,
5
yeah.
events all over the world.
They get
Yeah.
choices.
They're
Rapid
all spread up
fire.
everywhere. Yeah, so I think come February, March that's the time when we start seeing that stuff build up again.
Yeah.
So,
Well, I would be looking forward to it.
all right, and we got one more thing we're going to announce here. We were talking about it a little bit earlier, and we want to know what your guys' opinion is here on the Shark Stream and Yale Billiards. We want to do a private lesson session with the Pearl Strickland,
Okay.
and I think it'll be pretty exciting. It's only going to be limited to 10 or 12 people. It's obviously going to be a little pricey because he's not cheap, but I mean, I think it'll be something that people really like.
Yeah, I
And,
think Earl will be great at doing that.
I've seen him give lessons at Steinway again, and his demeanor when he's doing that, he's phenomenal. The guy, I mean, he really is. You know, some people can be very good at playing pool, but they don't impart the information very well. He is good at both. He's obviously a great player, and he's able to communicate to people when he's giving lessons. I've stood by and watched.
yeah.
He's really good at it. Yeah. So this will be something that would be very worthwhile for people to look in on.
I think so as well, and I
Yeah.
think this might be something that first for Yale Billiards and the short stream as well, because one, we're going to want to microphone him up so that people from the shark stream can actually watch and listen to him, and actually, in a sense, get a lesson as well. But we might be
That's
doing
great.
it as a pay-per-view for our very first pay-per-view event, guys. What do you think of that?
That might be a pretty cool thing to do. Yeah, sure.
I think Earl's great at doing that stuff.
5 hours of lessons with 5-time U.S. Open champion, world player, and again, you get to listen to it, and once you get the recording, you can watch it over and over and take your lessons.
That would be a great value. Yeah.
You won't need anybody in the booth though.
But actually, we would have you guys in the booth anyway,
Yeah.
just because it's actually we're thinking about doing a 5-hour lesson with a half an hour lunch break, so you can actually sit down and have something to eat with a guy, and do that as well, get a little bit of a break.
Nice. Yeah.
And then get back into it. And I think you guys would be great just to, sit here and just go over a couple little things back and forth.
Oh yeah, like while he's having lunch. I think that's a BLT he's having.
I love.
No, I'm serious.
I
You know what I mean?
I like the idea of miking him up too.
Miking him up is
Yeah.
a great idea. Yeah.
He's really
In
good.
that format, not when he's competing, really,
But,
but
no,
in a teaching role,
I
I think
agree with
that would be terrific.
I think he'll be very good.
Yeah.
I think so too. And like I said, if we had you guys in the booth as well, but you could, reiterate some of the stuff, that he's not explaining fully or explaining it differently
Yeah,
to other
yeah.
people, I think it would be really informative. So you got it live here on the Shark Stream. First time going to be a pay-per-view. We're going to have Earl the Pearl Strickland wired up.
Wired, man.
Wired. That's what it's wired, right?
Earl
I
wired.
don't think anyone knows any more about pool than Earl.
Honestly.
But
Right.
He's been a hard worker for a long time. And,
Yeah.
I mean, he still is, and he's in the 60s, and he says he still plays 8 hours a day.
If you ever watch him at any tournament that he's at, he's always hitting the practice tables, and he's over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
That's what it takes, though, right? It really
I
does
think
take
so.
that to be a top level pro.
I think so.
total dedication. Yeah.
Real quick before we go, Robert Lewis says they have 13 full-size tables at Sharks.
Oh, it's a big pool.
That's a big pool.
At Sharks, yeah, 13.
And Bob's going to go there and spend time there?
Yeah, he is. He says it's right next to his wife's house,
Well,
and she lives out there. Had a house out there, I guess. That's where she's from.
Oh, good for Bob.
Yeah, he travels
He's a-
all over.
Oh, he's a fanatic, pool
Yeah,
fanatic.
he is. Yeah,
Speaking of dedicated, sure he is.
Sweetheart, too.
He is a
I
nice
like
guy.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he does a lot of our reporting now from wherever he's at. So, but that's all I got, guys. And just to go over
Excellent.
real quick, the WIP event was well for the ladies. I mean, when you guys were growing up, was there a lot of women tournaments?
No.
Playing,
There was a women's tour in, I think it was, I had a job, late 80s.
Okay.
Because I
You got
remember,
a 2 year window.
You could pinpoint that time.
well, I remember because
I got
my
it.
wife
You gotta pay
plays.
taxes.
Nah, I still haven't paid too many taxes. But there was a tour in New England for maybe a couple of years, but mostly in my life there weren't any. And like in the 70s, women didn't even come in pool rooms. They just wasn't done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
So I mean, it was 64 ladies,
Oh,
fantastic.
that was tremendous here.
Yeah.
I can't believe you got 64 that
Well,
quickly. I mean, that was great.
well, look what they were paying. That's
Yeah.
it's like
But did they
the
know
old
they were
bill.
getting paid that much?
Well,
Well, they
Dorothy,
didn't know about the Calcutta. They didn't know, but
they didn't know, but that $2,000 ad it was huge. But also, I mean,
absolutely.
Yale is the family in the short stream. We had 3 guys step up and sponsor 9 or 10 women.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
So that's people that may not have played that actually stepped up and played,
I think
and
that's great.
I
it
do
was
as well.
fantastic.
I
Yeah.
mean, in fact, especially 64 women. I didn't know 64 women played pool around.
Yeah, and those
You know,
60, the
and they
most
played good.
they
They,
did. And I gotta give a shout out real quick to all the ladies that played in it, whether they were sponsored or not. It takes heart to get in there and step into
Yeah.
the box. How
They,
many people don't play in tournaments just because
they
they
and they just a couple played your tournament the other day. That the first time out, and I thought that was great.
well,
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
advice would
They
be,
knew they weren't going to do anything, but they still did it.
yeah,
You know.
don't be nervous. Don't be concerned. Just come on out and have fun.
absolutely.
This is a fun atmosphere.
And it's funny, that's what Shane said when he won his first world title. He said, I'm just here having fun. How
Yeah.
about that? Shane
I,
Van Boning, I'm just here having fun.
Yep.
I had fun at every tournament I ever went to.
Yeah.
I loved it when I was young.
Very nice, very nice. Then, of course, we talked about the world teams. Talk about the ladies' world title, the Asian invasion, as Bob Lewis calls it. All right, taking over
Yeah.
first and second. And we talked about
Pick-
the U.S. amateurs. And again, we didn't go through it, but if you can go to the APA webpage, you can see all the people that qualified for that.
Mhm.
So if you guys want to go to that,
Yeah.
and then coming up, we got the Joss event coming up, the Michigan Sandcastle, and the U.S. Open. Which one of those are you most excited about? What do you guys think?
For me, it's always U.S.
U.S. Open, sure. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's always the big one for
Oh yeah.
me.
yeah. I think you should come out for the weekend. I
Let's
think
see
you
if
should come for a couple of days. See if we can work something out here.
wow.
Be a
The,
lot of fun. And
the,
then we got the big match between Jason Shaw and Shane 10 ball,
that's
9 ball. I'm sorry.
that yeah, that's going to get a lot of buzz. There's going to be a lot of eyeballs
Well, it'd
on
be
that.
nice to get that here.
Oh my goodness.
I
Yeah.
mean, we're not there yet, but we are,
Ah,
and that's a great. It's a great. I'm glad you brought that up. What do you guys think about the next matchup? Who should we do next? I mean, should we get Earl? Maybe try somebody again. Maybe Jason, somebody or somebody new.
I think it's always good having Earl because he'll draw people to watch him because he is well known. The problem is he's going to have a tantrum if he doesn't win,
Yeah. So
but he puts people in the building.
I'll
Well,
tell you
I think.
another person that would be wonderful to have would be Fedor Gorst. He would create a lot of
I would
a lot.
love. I would love that.
He's a
Imagine
young.
getting him with Christine Catchy and playing a woman's partners.
If you get him, there's a very good chance you'll get Christina
Exactly.
too.
And I already talked to her, so
Yeah.
she's on the line. So
Did you really?
yeah, oh, yeah.
Oh,
I met
good.
her in Pennsylvania. She does our Shark Stream. Join
Yeah.
us on the Shark Stream. So if we get those guys here against another couple, maybe Sakura and
Yeah.
Naoki,
Wow, that would be something.
How about that?
Sakura just coming off of the Texas Open win,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
And Naoki Oi, he's been doing good as well. He just did another high finish,
Yes, he's
right?
playing.
And
He's not winning them, but he's right
he's
there.
right on the edge, man. He's real close.
All right, and I got a couple quick things here. Cliff Tyler, by the way, Chicken, you were invited to do commentary at Rax, just never called back.
You son of a gun. Really? I'll get back with you, Cliff. I will. I'll call
Good
you.
night. He said
Sorry,
good night.
buddy.
He's leaving, but good night. Oh, here's another tidbit. I don't know if you guys knew this. In Massachusetts, until 1970, blue laws prohibited women from entering pool rooms.
How about that?
Bob
Wow.
Lewis tell us that. How about that? Maybe that's why there wasn't that many tournaments back then, huh?
That's
Maybe,
crazy. Yeah.
I mean, you didn't see women in pool rooms. I mean, even in Connecticut, they wouldn't. You just say women pool players. I mean, some people would bring their girlfriends in with them, but there weren't many women playing. No, not like
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, some different. I mean, you go out there right now, half the place is
Oh, it's
ladies.
full. Yeah, no.
Yeah, it's completely.
A slight switch of gears. Does anybody out in the chat know where the oldest operating pool room is in America? Don't answer that. You know,
I don't know.
this for the chat. Anybody in the chat know?
Yeah, somebody's in there. We'll find out.
Don't go Google
It
it.
says pool room were totally off limits for women in the '60s. Were actually cross the street to avoid walking past.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Well,
Not all of them, but some of
I
them.
do know in the early 70s, if you tried to go out with a girl and tell their parents you were a pool player, you didn't get a warm reception. I think that's why all the pool players like you out south, because we got warm receptions down
All
there,
right.
but not around here.
Anybody come up? I can't see it in the
Andy Dow
chat.
said New Orleans.
Not New Orleans. Can we close
Get
that?
rid of that. Yeah. Yeah, not New Orleans. And then real quick, Underdog is coming up. We only have 57 players, only 7 spots left. That's the 5 and
Wow.
under. Isn't that
That's
something?
5 and under, man. That's
5 and under.
that's good too.
So
That's
people,
good pool.
people want to play.
Yep, they want to become sixes.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
exactly
Yeah,
that's
they do. They want to win some money on the way.
that's how you do it. Okay, so I'm going to tell you it's in Wilmington, North Carolina. That's where the pool room is, and the name of it is Orton's, Ortons.
I played there.
And if you go down,
Tournaments
oh,
or
you're
cash?
probably there for the
No,
grand opening,
no.
Bobby.
No, I,
Boom! Walked right into that one.
You really did. It's like a softball coming over home plate. So Orton's is in Wilmington, and they say that they have ghosts there. They give tours, and they allow you to sign. You can go down into the pool room downstairs, and if you go down there, you see kicking chickens on the wall. And so is Carl Bard. Carl
Oh,
happened to be
Carl
going
Bard,
down there.
nice.
He was going down there the week. Was it the week after? Maybe it might have been the week before I went down there. Actually, we were supposed to meet, and we just missed by an hour.
Wow.
So Carl Bard
I
things
thought
down
Smith's.
there.
I thought Smith's Billiards and private
Up in New
Springfield.
Hampshire or something?
Springfield. No, in Springfield is the longest
Closed.
running pool room.
Closed.
I just talked to him a few weeks ago. He said it's different, but it's still open.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, there's
Yeah.
still tables.
Okay.
I thought that was the longest running continuous.
Maybe somebody in the chat who has access to Google can straighten it out. I'd be willing to bet $2 on this right now with you.
And Cliff
You
Wright
want- we
said
have-
South Carolina.
Yeah,
North
I
Carolina.
see Cliff White says South Carolina, but
North Carolina.
no, yeah, it's South. It's North
Yeah.
Carolina.
You didn't say if we have a bet.
No, I'm not touching that.
Wow. $2. You got a heart like a BB.
All right, guys, we got a great show.
Wait. Somebody
uh-oh.
said,
What do we
how
got?
much did Bobby play against Carlos Vieira? Well, it's sad Carlos died, but maybe I'd be more generous towards him if he paid me the money he owed me for it.
Another one owes you money. Jeez.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Carlos, but the
No.
boy could play.
Yeah.
I'll say that he could play,
Yeah, he could
but I
tell.
wasn't a fan of his.
So.
Who was the Portuguese pit bull? What was his real name? I used to no, really. I used to
I never
enjoy
heard
watching.
of it. I
Yeah,
never
you
It's
heard
not
know,
George Six.
Nelson
Oliveira.
Nelson Alabama.
Nelson Oliveira,
Yeah.
that's what they call him, Portuguese pit.
Absolutely.
He played. I think he played a lot out of snookers. I'm not sure where
He did.
exactly
He
was.
did. Yeah, he's a Hall of
I
Famer
think
as well.
He was
But
from New Bedford. I
He
think.
passed away
Yeah, a
young.
couple years
Anyway,
back.
R.I.P. sir, and we've had
All right.
a few of those. But
Yep. All right, so we're gonna say goodbye, and again, thank you guys. You know, you guys are joining us on the short stream, and you know, I hope you guys realize out there how privileged you are to get these two guys in the booth. You know, these have a lot of knowledge, as you can see with all the comments. You know, just talking about it. The short stream gives you guys everything from top professionals playing out there, women 64 women events.
That's great.
You know, we have a show every week. We just talk about stuff. I mean, we give you everything you can possibly want. All we ask you to do is continue to share, right?
yeah, do share, please do.
That's it.
That helps out a lot. Hey, I want to say one other thing, if I could, before we close
Of
out.
course.
A lot of people out there do know this about me, but most people probably don't. I'm an avid cue collector. I mean, I'm involved with a lot of really, interesting stuff. I was shown actually a very strange Mucci cue today that was a $6,000 one that I had only for a moment. But all that to the side, if anybody out there in the chat, if you see me in the room and you have any questions about pool cues, I know a little bit about them, and I'm always happy to answer your questions if you have any. It'd
Nice.
be my pleasure to help you out if you have questions. That's it.
Yep, I can agree with that. And people ask me the same thing, and then I just refer them to chicken. So I can help you out with a newer cue. Anything
Yeah.
special?
The older, more collectible, interesting stuff. I have a little bit of a handle on it.
Yep. Oh,
Anyway,
actually,
that's it.
Bob Lewis is putting together a seniors event as well. We don't know what the cutoff is, but that should be fun too.
Yeah.
Bob's here?
Maybe get Bobby get in there. What do you think?
No,
What do you think?
I can't play anymore.
All right, and Google says Orton's the oldest, 1888.
Orton's, that's right. That's the one I was saying. Oh, there went $2 I could have had.
Yeah. All right, guys. Again, thank you guys very much, and good job, Chicken and Bobby, as always. We really appreciate you guys, and have a good night, everybody out there.
Thanks
you,
for
Bob.
tuning in, guys, and thank you, Bob.
Give a shout out to all of our sponsors here on the Shark Stream. Of course, you got Connecticut APA, the best amateur pool league around. Sigma Wear does team jerseys, uniforms, shirts, and more. Michelle Schroeder will definitely hook you up. You got Agency One Groups, insurance broker, real estate broker. Give them a call for all your real estate needs. Jacoby Custom Cues, fantastic cues. Women in Pool, support Women in Pool, of course. You got Mabel's Tables at Michael's Deli. Great food. If you mention the Shark Stream, you can get a discount off your meal. And then Billiards Sales and Service does amazing work with pool tables, also Q Repair. KM Maintenance for all your business maintenance needs. JT's Q Repair does everything from tips to ferrules to refinishing, also wraps. You got the Salado app, which is an awesome app for playing other pool players. You got Tommy's Tattoo Supply. Mark Anthony Home Improvements does everything from porches and decks to business material. You got Jimmy's Tires and Service. Give them a call in the South Windsor area if you need any maintenance on your car. Master Billiards. You got Ben Strong, Lease. Wayne Harriman does real estate, commercial, and personal. Pool Table Magic has a great room up by the airport. K Morgan Commercial Painting does commercial and residential painting. If you need an estimate, give them a call. Man Cave Memories does a lot of cool things. Check out their webpage. And of course, our main sponsors here, Simonis Cloth with Aramith Balls, Viking Cues, and Andy Gow. Support, share, and donate. This is Bobby Hilton saying, boom, without you, there is no us.